Yo, does it really matter how many girls you slept with? Is it really a metric of success or how good you are with women? Or is it just something people obsess over and you shouldn't really be counting anyway? As someone that's gone from never being able to get a date with a girl to sleeping with over 500 women, I have some mixed views on this. So yes, it does matter, and no, it doesn't. I'm gonna answer this question in two parts. From a student perspective, so if you're just trying to get better with women, is this something you should be counting or something you should be worried about? And also from the perspective, if you're looking for mentorship and coaching, should you be looking for someone that's actually been with a lot of women? So I'm gonna start by answering the question about the student. And there is a spectrum on counting the amount of girls you've been with. On one end, there's the guys that have barely slept with any women at all, or gotten any experience. And they're typically using excuses and rationalizations. They're saying that, look, I've got standards, I'm just looking for the best. I'm on my purpose and journey and girls don't really matter that much. But really, they're just sitting at home, jerking themselves off and essentially lonely. The problem is, if you're not learning, you're not actually developing the skills you need to be able to get the type of girl you want. Just like with any other skill, you need practice and experience. And it's often just that fear of rejection, that fear of failure that's holding these guys back. They don't approach the girl they're attracted to. They don't ask for their number. They don't make a move. They don't invite it back to their place. And it's really just that fear. You need to be able to push yourself and gain that experience. Don't be that guy holding himself back with excuses and rationalizations. The minute you start pushing yourself with women and start having these experiences, you can realize how amazing they can actually be. Because there's been girls that I've been attracted to, maybe had some chemistry and maybe I wasn't sure, and it's easy to rationalize, right? It's easy to tell yourself like, nah. But there have been so many women that I didn't realize how incredible they actually were until you got to know them on a deeper level. So you had this intimate experience with them. If you're with a girl and you're attracted and you have some chemistry, then you should really be pushing yourself to have a more deeper, intimate sexual experience with her. It doesn't require 1,000 dates before you can decide if you want to sleep with a girl or not. The thing is, as long as you're setting the right frame and expectation, you're not leading the girl on. Most girls don't want a relationship right now. They don't want something super serious this second. They're okay with starting off as something casual. And now you're actually able to get to know them on a deeper and intimate level, and you can actually get that experience that you need. I can't tell you how many women that I didn't know how truly amazing they were, and we didn't develop this great connection until it took a little bit of time, until we were able to sleep with each other, and unless we were able to see each other multiple times. It's really important you give yourself that opportunity. Another reason why lead count is important is it's a way to track your success and progress. If you're the type of guy that just ignores everything, just puts it to the side, never actually reflects, then you're never again gonna keep yourself accountable and learn. Now, of course, the amount of girls you slept with is just one metric and shouldn't be the only thing you're thinking about. And I'm gonna go into the other metrics in a second. Because then there's the other side of the spectrum. There's the lead count guys. The guys that only ever care about how many girls they slept with, how many girls you've slept with. It becomes so wrapped up in their self-worth and ego. As I mentioned earlier, it's a good idea to track your success and different metrics with any skill you learn. But you shouldn't become solely focused on just how many girls you've been with. You'll lose focus on what's important and what you're actually trying to learn. Just like with any other skill. Say you're in sales and you just solely cared about the sale itself. You didn't care about the customer experience, you didn't care about their reviews and feedback, or if you'd get a return customer, or if you're in a sporting team and you just cared about how many points you scored. And so maybe you don't pass a ball. You don't care about the team's success and actually winning as a team. It's the same when learning to be good with women. You should also be conscious about how good of an experience the girl had, how attracted she was, how confident you felt, how you're growing as a person. Are your mindsets changing? Is your self-esteem growing? Does a girl actually want to see you again? There are so many metrics that you can look at when you're learning to be a better version of yourself. So you need to start to ask yourself, what matters? Getting better at social awareness, having these better interactions, being a better person, or is it just getting laid? If you lose focus on what actually matters, then you also won't develop and learn as quickly as you can. And trust me, as I said, I've been with over 500 women. I've done this as a job for years, day in and day out, going out and interacting with girls over and over again. I've taught this to hundreds, if not thousands of students. And the only way I was able to get this good, to be able to sleep with this amount of women, is to not solely focus on getting laid. It's not what is important. Shifting that focus has meant, yes, I'm able to sleep with a lot of women, but also have much better fulfilling interactions. It's made me happy. And say for my students, if I have two students and they both go out, they meet a girl, they're kind of really into her, they build a level of attraction, there's some chemistry there, they hang out for a few hours, they take the girls home, they have a glass of wine, they start making out. Now, for some reason, they're not able to have sex that night. Maybe the girl's on a period, maybe she has to get up in an hour, maybe she's not feeling it in that moment, and they don't have the level of experience to give that amazing time that night. And there's gonna be two different types of students. There's one guy that says, I had a great night. I met this incredible girl, built a level of attraction. I learned what I did right. Maybe I can fix this, I can learn from that. And I feel great about myself. And then there's the second guy that didn't get laid. That's all he cares about, right? I didn't get to have sex with this girl. Maybe he becomes a bit butthurt, a bit angry, a bit resentful. The girl is not going to enjoy that experience at all if that's the way you're acting. But more importantly, you're not learning from the experience itself. So guys, don't be the lay count guy. It's not a metric you should be attached to. I know guys that are just purely trying to get that +1. It has been their only source of validation and level of success. It's toxic and unhealthy. You should be looking to get the experience, have amazing interactions and relationships with women. Simply just remind yourself why you wanted to get good with women in the first place. Now, when it comes to coaching, my view on this is a little bit different. You actually need someone that has experience. There are so many coaches out there that have read a bunch of books, maybe watch a bunch of videos, but don't actually have the experience themselves. And that becomes a big issue because every student's gonna be a little bit different and every scenario is gonna be a little bit different. And if you don't have a coach where you can say, okay, with this girl, this is what happened, and they haven't been there before, they're not actually gonna be able to help you. And it's not just about finding a coach that's been with a lot of women, but finding a coach that has learned to deal with mindsets, the things holding you back, how to keep girls around, how to have these healthy relationship dynamics. Because learning to be good with women is very different to learning to teach. This is a whole new skill set that took me years to perfect. As I mentioned, every student's different. One might like being pushed really hard. One prefers a softer approach. The goals might be different. They might be looking for a relationship and something very serious, or just looking to have a lot of fun and experience in their sort of younger years. So if you're looking not only to build attraction and sleep with a lot of women, but also understand how to grow as a person, fix your mindsets, be able to display who you are authentically, then check out my course, Becoming the Ultimate Man. In this course, we go from A to Z. So we not only go through the mindsets, how to build attraction, how to actually sleep with a girl, we have classrooms. You're gonna get personalized coaching where we can apply it specifically to you. What is your mindset that's holding you back? What is your biggest sticking point? How do you convey your personality? Not just some line to use, but for example, when a girl says, what do you do for work? How do you apply that to yourself where you can show the best form of yourself, display your personality in that congruent way that's really gonna build attraction with that girl. So if you're interested, hit the link below. This is the last time I'm gonna be running the classrooms, and this sale is only gonna be on for another 2 weeks. So if this is something you're interested in, hit the link or just send me a message on Facebook. All right guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give us a thumbs up. Hit subscribe if you wanna see more of our content. Otherwise, I'll see you guys next week. Peace.